the things that are causing all of this suffering in my life. When I was fat, I felt like I was suffering every single day. Whenever I couldn't keep a promise to myself, I suffered. And this is it, guys. This is it. This is the solution to almost all of the problems in your life, not just weight loss. What is the deal, squad? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys don't mind, I'm going to keep my computer right here. I took some detailed notes, and every drop of this information is important. So I want to make sure that I touch on all of these topics. First and foremost, guys, hit the like button. You guys know the deal. You know the drill, the algorithm, all that jazz. Shout out to the Brix squad. I love you guys. You already know I got the tattoo right here. This video was inspired by a gentleman who DM'd me, and he's gonna remain anonymous, but he said, I just wanna know what pushed you to keep going, bro? How'd you do it, man? Because I'm amazed, to be honest. I want you guys to understand something. Let me put this down for a second. This weight loss thing, especially for people who are trying to transform their bodies, if you're trying to lose a significant amount of weight, this weight loss thing is 90% mental. Addressing your mental game is by far the majority of what it's going to take in order for you to lose weight and to keep it off forever, right? Now, with that being said, if 90% of it is psychology, let's look at the definition of the root word of psychology, which is psyche. The definition is the human soul, mind, or spirit. That is the psyche. So we cannot talk about mindset. We cannot talk about psychology and not talk about your soul and your spirit. I've said this in videos in the past, but I definitely wanted to start this one off again, explaining why I'm gonna be talking about spiritual things and why I'm gonna be talking about your soul. Pardon the interruption, but I do have to let you guys know about my No More Dieting Guide to Basic Nutrition for Fat Loss. This is a powerful resource. I give you pretty much everything you need to know about nutrition, which is honestly one of the most important parts of the weight loss process. So take advantage of this free resource. Click the link in the description. Be sure to check your spam folder and confirm the email subscription so that we can send this free guide over to you right away. All right, without further ado, let's get back to the video. So in order to change your body, you're going to have to heal your soul. Now, when I wrote that in my notes, I Googled it. I Googled, what does it mean to heal your soul, right? Because that idea came to me and I never really did any research about that process of actually healing your soul. And here's what I found. Soul healing is a holistic path to spiritual growth. Those who try to attain soul healing are often seeking to gain complete wellness and overcome illness. I'd like to consider obesity, being fat, right? Carrying an excess of body fat is an illness, right? It is standing in the way of you experiencing optimal health. The healing that our souls have to experience in order for us to reach our fitness goals is most likely caused by trauma, whether that's racial trauma, relationship trauma, childhood trauma, whether it's anxiety, depression, any sort of mental conditions. These are all things that have had significant impact on our spirits, on our souls. So in order for us to be able to access the parts of us that we need to access in order to change our behaviors, we have to heal our soul. We have to attack this thing from the root, right? Our habits, our soul, our spirit, how we show up in the world, the way we look at things, our relationship with food, our relationship with discomfort, all of these things matter. So here's an analogy that I came up with, right? So imagine your car's not driving well, right? And you go to put new tires on it because your car is just not performing the way that it's supposed to. But you go to put on new tires and the tire mechanic is like, hey, you know what? Your tires are kind of worn down, but this is not the reason why your car is not driving well. It's because you haven't changed your oil in the last 100,000 miles, or you haven't changed your filters, or your engine needs some attention, right? But instead of addressing the engine issues, right, the oil, the filters, You're trying to put new tires on and thinking that's gonna fix it. No, you can't try to lose weight. You can't try to change your behaviors if you're not addressing the things that are putting psychological roadblocks in front of you. You have to address these things. First things first, people, you have to heal. A big part of my success with weight loss and life design was my intention to heal. So that's the first step. If you take away nothing from this video, I want you to at least adopt the intention and the awareness around some of the things you need to address on a spiritual or a soul level. Now understand this, there's a cause for every condition in your life. Whether you're in a bad relationship, if you're overweight and you keep quitting and you can't figure out how to reach your goals, there is a reason. There's a tangible and logical reason behind any condition that you can bring up about your life that you like or you don't like. There's a reason behind it. If we were to boil it down to the essence of that reason, like what if we can really unpack exactly what it is that's standing in your way, right? What are the conditions? What are the truths about you that are causing these conditions that you don't like? If we were to boil it down to its essence, I'm pretty sure it would come down to the nature of your relationship with your mind and the nature of your relationship with comfort. A lot of us are addicted to comfort. And that is a formula for a life and a body that you do not love. Trust me when I tell you that. A lot of us, we have a terrible relationship with discomfort. We're so stuck in this comfort, this false sense of comfort, that it is slowly destroying our lives and we don't even know it. I need your permission right now to be 100% honest with you. Like, I'm going to talk to you as if you're my brother or you're my sister. And this is going to be hard for some people to hear. If you're watching this right now and you're overweight, you know exactly why you're overweight. You eat too many calories. Like, I can't state it any simpler than that. And yet you continue to do this, knowing that it is destroying your confidence, it is destroying your body physically, it is affecting you mentally, it is affecting your relationships, it is affecting your performance at work, it is affecting you on so many levels, it is slowly destroying your life, but yet you can't figure out how to get control of this. Trust me, I've been exactly where you are. For me, it was comfort. Food was the thing that numbed me, right? It allowed me to escape the discomfort of sitting with my negative thoughts and my negative emotions, right? That were caused by some of the traumatic things that I've experienced in my life. So all of these negative thoughts and emotions that I was trying to avoid, I would use food to make me feel better instantly, right? Instead of sitting with the discomfort and strategizing, okay, how can I address this thing that my soul is trying to communicate to me? Because that's all that is. Anxiety and stress and depression, that's your soul trying to get your attention so that you can address something about yourself. That is very uncomfortable. And a lot of us, we try everything we can to avoid it. And food is normally the thing that we use to make that feeling go away. Like, it felt way easier for me to just eat fried chicken and eat ice cream instead of sitting with the discomfort of my emotional issues and really having to face myself. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate if you can find it in yourself to be honest with yourself. So our tendency to try to avoid pain is probably the culprit for most of the issues in our lives. But there's good news. Our minds are so moldable. They're so pliable. They can change. Our mind is not a stone that is just set. Our minds can change, but it takes time, it takes consistency, and it also takes being uncomfortable. But the thing is, every single one of us has access to the solution. Even if you can't afford therapy, because I am an advocate for therapy, even if you don't have the resources to get a therapist, but you do have access to a very powerful tool, and that tool is called mindfulness. Now, mindfulness comes in different forms, right? For me, mindfulness is meditation. I meditate every day, at least 20 minutes a day, most days an hour a day. And I worked my way up to that. Let me not frighten you guys. I started off meditating just 3 minutes a day, and I built the habit over 5 or 6 years now. Journaling, prayer, affirmation. I literally, and I've said this in several videos, I've literally had to reprogram my mind. I've had to brainwash myself in order to become the person with the type of habits and the type of routines that would allow me to reach my goals. And that was a process. So instead of saying, listen, I want to go on this weight loss journey, say, hey, I need to go on this journey of healing, this journey of self-discovery, this journey of really getting to the root of the things that are tormenting my soul, the things that are causing all of this suffering in my life. When I was fat, I felt like I was suffering every single day. Whenever I couldn't keep a promise to myself, I suffered. Every time I took a hit on my confidence, I suffered. Really sit down and ask yourself, what is the root of your suffering? Mindfulness is a tool that can help relieve you from the suffering. Let me know in the comment section if you agree with this. Most of us, our minds are our worst enemies. Most of us do not have a good relationship with our minds. Their mind is like that toy monkey that is constantly just crashing the cymbals all day. And they cannot get the monkey to calm down. And what most of us try to do, initially when we try to start meditating, we try to smash the monkey over the head, and that never works. What you have to do, you have to try to make friends with the monkey. Because eventually you can tame that monkey. You can get him to stop crashing those cymbals all day in your head. You just have to make friends with him. You have to make friends with your mind. You have to understand the nature of your mind. And that is how you learn to soothe your mind and calm your mind. And you start being able to detach yourself from these crazy thoughts and these intense emotions that you constantly feel. Once you're able to do that, the game changes. The word meditation comes from the Latin word meditate. And this Latin word has a few definitions, which include to reflect on, to study, and to practice. So the goal with meditation is to use this tool to become more familiar with your own mind. When you're fully able to understand what states of mind bring you peace and what states of mind bring you suffering, you then hold the power to control your mental state, right? When you understand what states of mind leads you to being more motivated and inspires behaviors that bring you closer to your goals, you now are in full control. And meditation is the tool that allows you the access to the control panel of your freaking mind. And this is it, guys. This is it. This is the solution to almost all of the problems in your life, not just weight loss. Let me not present it as if it's this quick fix. No, it's not a quick fix, but what it is, it's the initiation to the control. This gives you access to the control panel, right, essentially, of your mind, which allows you the power to change your behaviors. And that's what you have to do. The body that you want is owned by a higher version of you, right? The version of you with different behaviors, different routines, different habits, different thought habits, different activity habits. And in order to change your habits, you have to have self-awareness. You have to have an above average understanding of how your mind works. So the biggest thing that meditation has done for me, right? Meditation and yoga together, it changes the way that I respond, the way that I process, the way that I recognize stress. And stress, honestly, is the culprit, guys. If you understand your stress response and you learn tools that allow you to have more control over the way you handle stress, because most of us, we overeat because of stress. This is the key. This is the key to controlling the way you eat. This is the key to controlling your overall levels of wellness. If you can control your stress, the response to stress, right? How you process it, you can control so many aspects of your physical and mental being. I tweeted something the other day and it said, the more control we have over our minds, the more power we have in our life. And this couldn't be any more true, guys. To lose weight and keep it off, you have to change your behaviors, right? And in order to change your behaviors, you gotta have pretty decent levels of self-awareness. And to develop self-awareness, you have to be willing to be uncomfortable. And most people aren't self-aware because they are not willing to be honest with themselves. They're not willing to take an honest look at themselves and recognize how broken they are. We all have broken parts that need love, that need attention. Like my man Jay-Z said, how can you heal what you never reveal?
We know the pain is real, but you can't heal what you never revealed.
You have to be able to see this stuff in yourself, and it's not fun. So I want you to ask yourself, why am I suffering? Why do I continue to quit? Why do I continue to eat in ways that is destroying my body? How am I handling stress? Really sit down and have an honest conversation with yourself. Maybe you can journal this, but be honest with yourself and expect it to sting a little bit. It's okay. This is the first step. This is going to help you significantly. So to supplement your weight loss efforts, right? Because I'm not telling you not to focus on diet and exercise, yes, right? But to supplement it, you want to develop mindfulness habits. If you have the resources to talk to a counselor, please talk to a counselor. If you can hire a therapist and you guys can address some of your childhood trauma, I do advise you doing that. It is going to help you so much at reaching your fitness goals. So guys, listen, before you go change your tires, get a tune-up. Take care of your engine first. Your mind is your engine before you try to put new wheels and tires on your body. I hope that was helpful, guys. Please give the video a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section if you have any questions. Remember, Transform Your Mind t-shirts are available right now, brixfitness.com/shop. The link is in the description. And as always, guys, remember, the body that you want is owned by a higher version of yourself. So evolve. Peace.